The Alumni Association has a lot of activities planned for the current year, and I request Vineet and Sanjeev to discuss the Alumni Association's roadmap for this year.
So tough act to follow after Gokul, but I'll do my best. I'm wondering what stories to tell. I didn't have too much, but what prompted me to do this was I've been very fortunate to engage with students over the last 5-6 years in various capacities that I serve for different educational organizations. So I've been at IEEE, IIT, so on and so forth. And during the course of these activities, I've had the good fortune of interacting with about 3,500, 4,000 students in a year in different cities. And one thing that I found was that wherever the engagement was strong between the alumni and the students, a lot of interesting things happened. Whether it was entrepreneurship, whether it was social development, whether it was skill development. A number of these things actually was engagement between the peers. In some sense, peers were students at different times. There was nobody else involved in that relationship, and I found that to be extremely healthy. And I think that's where this whole thing started. And about 3 months or about 2.5 months ago, myself, Vijay, a few of us are sitting and talking and saying, what do we do? And Vijay being Vijay said, why don't you do? So I was kind of tricked into it, and I said, okay, I'll do my best. I'll see what works. And what we've decided, or what we've kind of come up to a consensus over the last 3 or 4 meetings, and some of you must have seen the email and what we've been circulating, is that we'll have engagement one between the alumni themselves. I think that's something that a lot of us can contribute for our own professional and overall growth here. I think there are a lot of us doing fascinating things that today we are doing in a very ad hoc manner. I know Praveen does this because I meet Praveen in Thai or somewhere else. I know somebody else does something because I meet them elsewhere. And if we were to have a platform where we met regularly, did this, I think it's tremendous opportunities for us to work together. And to formalize that, we said we will actually do an event once a quarter, at least. So certainly we'll do something once a quarter, and we'll do it on a theme based. One might be a pure networking thing, one might be something like today. We're going to have our AGM. So there are a number of these events. We'll certainly have one a quarter, if not more. And the idea is that once we get to the minimum number of people, I think we'll start having regular meetings. So, and this experience stems also from my dad himself being an alumni of CEG. So he passed out from CEG in 67. And irrespective of what he does or does not do, he attends 67 meetings even today. So he keeps doing it, and he's been doing it for God knows how many years. So I think that's the inspiration, and that's the value that I've seen from networking. And especially from peers where you can be yourself 20 years ago, not necessarily where you want to be or where you are. So that's something that we had a consensus, we arrived upon that. The second thing that I think that we need to strengthen and contribute is engage with the current students in the college. And for that we decided we'll have 3 events a semester, so 6 events in a year. And 2 of those events, we'll actually go to college, engage with the students. Whatever the format might be, those things I think we still have to work out the details, and I'm looking for a lot of inputs here, both from the students and from the alumni. Those of you that actually want to go engage with students, please come talk to me, tell me how you would like to engage with them. And I think both the management and ourselves are open to all these ideas. And in fact, when Gokul and the others met them, they've been very supportive of what we wanted to do. So since we have that flexibility and the cooperation and support from there, I think we should make full use of it too. I'm sure we'll come back, I can promise you we'll come back learning something. Having engaged with so many students, I find that's where I learn the most. So these 3 events in the semester, we'll do 2 in the college and 1 maybe in the city. And yet again, I think the management has offered their hall in the trust office, if I'm not, is it right? So I think that can seat 100, 150 students. So to conduct events. So we'll do 1 event in the city, 2 in the college, and that's probably how much there is bandwidth during a semester if you take your labs and so on and so forth, exams and all that. So we should make these things regular, and hopefully we'll have a calendar rolled out for you once I have the opportunity to talk to all of you. I mean, there are more of you that can step up, and we can form a team and do something. But the idea is 6 events for alumni over the course of the year and 6 events for the students. I think if we do that, I would consider that we've done a pretty darn good job of it, and we are open to all these suggestions and thoughts. So if any of you have anything, please do come talk to us. Tell us what you would like to see, both from an alumni networking standpoint, student alumni, and a student standpoint. Please come talk to us. I mean, this was more just to tell you what we have in mind and what we intend to do. And on the same note, I think one thing that very strongly came up was, how can we help students with internships and what role would internships play? And I was very happy that while we were just talking and this has been happening, I was sitting next to Prabhu, and Prabhu's like, hey, you know what? I actually took a company public. I'm now listed in the Bombay Stock Exchange. I need 4 interns. He just told this to me about 3 minutes ago. So there is opportunity all around that even we don't know of. So Prabhu, thank you. So I was just sitting next to him. He told me this. So let's all start putting something together, because I'm sure there are many more in this room like that actually will need interns and do this. So can we have the internship program explained, please? Sanjeev.
Thanks, Vinny. One of the things which we are trying to do as a part of the alumni is trying to give back to the college. You've probably heard all the speakers speak about that, right? So we've had a roadmap set across for all of us, and one of the first things which we want to try to do is get the internship program organized. So most of the folks out here are entrepreneurs, second generation, first generation, or department heads, etc., who can take decisions to be able to take internship candidates on board. So as a part of this event, I've not been able to reach out to most of you guys who have registered, but who I have been able to, I've been discussing and explaining the program, which I'll explain to all of you shortly. So the college in the month of June has a period of a month to 2 months, which they would have the candidates available for internship programs, right? So we are looking for, as I said, starting from now until next year, kind of figure out the different companies who would be interested in internship program, associate themselves with SVCE. And then the program is going to be highlighted on the website as well. So we are going to have a registration for the company, and the job posting, the internship posting being put on that. And so folks, the students are going to be coordinating with the department heads at the college, which is going to be centralized to one person. And then it's going to be one alumni council member who's going to be interacting with them out here. And the contact details, etc., will be mentioned up on the website. And as a part of this, again, I'm very pleased that when I was speaking to around 5-6 of them, each of them said, hey, guess what? We have the slots available. So starting next June, we'll be willing to get people on board, which is great. When I was in college, was back in 2000, graduated that time, internship was a very small word. People went there, had fun with friends, and that's it. But over the course of a year, everyone seems to understand the value of internship. Gets people ready for the next important role that they're going to play, and help them understand what they're actually looking for and how the studies relate to work, which was not as much prominent when we were in college at those days. So it's very good that it's happening now, but we are trying to create the platform to make it more reachable and connect people. So I'm going to go over a few folks who have graciously allowed and said that they're going to sponsor a few internship candidates. So I'm just going to call out a few of the names in the companies. So if you could stand so that we can recognize you guys. And if anyone wants to volunteer more, like you just mentioned, Prabhu had volunteered to get a couple of people on board. So that'd be great if we have a sign-up sheet going on indicating the company and how many positions you guys would be willing to sponsor, etc. So it'd be great if you could sign up and contact details so that we can get in touch with you guys. So I'll just go through the list. The list is a lot, considering just 4 days and so many people have signed up for this. This is great. So Aha Guru, it's run by SVCE Alum Pundi Shriram, 99 Mech. So thanks, Pundi. He's going to get us a couple of interns. Then Gourmet Market is actually run by 2 of our SVCE alums. Shriram is out here. And Anand, 2000 Mech, he happens to be in my batch as well. So thanks to Anand as well. He's not here. He's in another event promoting his company. Then Multivista Global Limited is run partly by one of my batchmates, Deepak. He's not here yet. He'll be joining us shortly, but he's promised a couple of seats there as well. Vivek Goyal from Marble Groups. He's from 2000 EEE as well, and he's getting us a couple of interns. Then 2001 Chemical Ramakrishnan, he's the head data warehousing, and he's said he's going to get 10 seats on. So that's huge numbers. So a bigger round, please. Then Pankaj from APN, he's going to get us a couple of interns as well. So thanks, Pankaj. And then as of now, finally, I'm going to get a couple of people on board in Tech Shop Engineers, so it's a mechanical firm as well. So and if anyone else is interested, please make sure you sign up and let us know so that it'll, go ahead. Yeah, so you have the forms, right? So if the forms are going to pass out, so if you guys can graciously put down your designation, and if you guys are going to be able to sponsor, etc., it'll be great. We really want to get this started and start giving back, in volumes. So thanks a lot. I think it's going to be a break for. Yeah, go ahead.
Just a small announcement for those of you who are clicking pictures or posting on FB. Please do it with the SVCE_alumni hashtag and the same tweet handle. Thank you. Regarding the fundraiser campaign which Gokul had mentioned earlier, I'm sure most of you know our SVC's marathon champion, Manivannan from 96 ECE batch. He's right here at the entrance near the door. So he'll be running a marathon this October to collect funds. October 4th, okay, to collect funds for the library fundraiser. We'll just have a short break now for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we get back, and we're looking forward to hearing from our 3 speakers for the day.